I belong to a mastermind group of online business owners. Now, in order to get in the group, we had to pass some certain criteria, and I don't even know how they let me in because I am so far out of my league with these guys. But they are business owners. Everyone has mostly an online business where you're selling something online. But these guys are big, very, very big businesses doing millions and millions in revenue. So every 3 months or so, we get together. Everybody flies in, meets at one place, and we talk about marketing. We share ideas, what's working, what's not working, and just help each other out, stuff like that. We just had our last meeting, and in this one, we did something a little bit different. We were all tasked with presenting something that we were awesome at and that the others didn't know or didn't know as well. Now, for a while, I had no clue to talk about because these guys were so much larger and so much more successful companies than I have. I mean, what could I teach them, right? But I came up with 3 things, and my presentation blew them away. I mean, every single one of them raved about my presentation and told me it completely opened their eyes. These really were the secrets that millionaires didn't know, and I want to share them with you in this episode. So here's the music. Talk to you on the other side. At Option Genius, we believe that you deserve freedom, financial freedom, so that you have no more worries and more than enough money. Time freedom, so that you could do what you want, when you want to do it. And choice freedom, to live your life on your terms. But the system and Wall Street are rigged against those little guys. So how do we fight back? Well, my friend, that's what this podcast is all about. My name is Alan Sama, and this is the Option Genius Podcast. So the first secret is called wave theory. Wave, W-A-V-E. Now, think back to a time when things were going really great in your life. Everything was awesome. Everything was going your way. You were lucky. Everything was perfect. Then things changed. Either slowly or suddenly. And eventually, you were down in the dumps. And things couldn't get any worse. Right? Total 180 degree turn. First everything was great, now everything's horrible. But you got through it. And eventually things got better. And things started looking good again. That, my friend, is the wave theory in action. You know, waves, they go down, and then they come back up, and then they go and they crest, and then they turn around and they go back down again, and then they go down to the bottom, and then they raise again. So it's just a constant motion, up, down, over and over again. Our lives, our businesses, the economy, just about everything moves in these waves. Now that's the theory, right? So we start low, we work hard, things get better. Soon we're at the top of the wave, and it looks like things will be great forever. But then something changes, and things get worse, and we take a dip. And then we have to start all over again. Now, this occurs over and over throughout life. But once you know the pattern, once you know it's going to happen, you can protect yourself so that when the dip occurs, it doesn't have to hurt as much. Right? Now, I know this theory because it's happened to me over and over again. I couldn't figure it out until a friend of mine explained it to me, and I was like, wow, that makes so much sense. Okay. So if I already know when things are really, really great that I need to be careful and protect myself because things are going to change. And that's the constant in life, change, right? So whether you call it change theory or wave theory or whatever, you know that when things are at their worst, they can get better. And when things are at their best, they're probably going to get worse. So you have to be careful. Now, economically, money-wise, you protect yourself from the dip with the second secret that I taught these guys. It's called the 5-finger theory. Now, I covered this theory in detail in episode 4 of this podcast. So if you want to go back, just listen to episode 4. I'm going to go through the whole thing, explain in detail on how you can use it. But to summarize, you have to have at least 5 sources of income. 5 different ways to generate money so that when 1 or 2 of your fingers get cut off, you still have the others to survive on. Make sense? Cool. That is why if you are not selling options on your stocks right now, you are not only leaving money on the table, but you're putting yourself at economic risk. You gotta make options with one of your fingers. Okay, it's probably one of the simplest ones you can do. Which brings me to secret number 3, and that was passive trading. Out of the 8 people I presented to, all 8 were multi-millionaires. Their net worth is not just one. Their net worth is in mega millions. All right. I know one of the guys, he actually boasted that he's had every single one of the dream cars he's ever wanted. Lamborghini, Ferrari, Bentley. He's had them all. All right. Most of these guys were worth well over $10 million. Yet they had never heard or tried of passive trading. So I explained in how less than 10 minutes a month, they could add another 1 to 2% return per month to their portfolios. Now, these guys have very highly paid wealth advisors and wealth managers and all that stuff looking after their money, right? Basically charging them fees to invest their money. But only one of the 8 was actually doing anything with options. And he was only using options as a hedge. He was buying puts so that when the market tanked, he would have the put as a hedge. None of these guys were selling options. Now, truthfully, I expected my presentation to not go over so well because I expected them to already know all this stuff. If they hadn't already been doing it, they probably have heard about it. Somebody must have told them about it. But it blew my mind when they did not. I mean, these were the guys that taught me about cryptocurrency arbitrage. Yeah, there's such a thing as cryptocurrency arbitrage. These guys taught me about it, how to make money out of it, but they didn't know how to sell options on the stocks they already own. So they ate up the presentation. I mean, I was super happy that it was such a big hit. They were so excited, they kept peppering me with questions for close to 30 minutes after my time was already over. And a couple of them reached out to me afterwards on how to get set up. So when I say that passive trading and selling options is not common knowledge, I'm not making this up. That's the God honest truth. What you're learning in this podcast, what I cover in the upcoming book, Passive Trading, and what I cover in detail in the Passive Trading Formula course is not only life-changing, but it's actually very secret stuff that most people don't even know about. So I want you to eat it up. And you already have a leg up on all these other rich folks. So get started if you haven't already. All right? And when you do, remember, trade with the odds in your favor. Take care. Want to know how to choose the perfect option trade for every trading situation? It's easy. Just download our free trading map and it'll tell you. Just go to optiongenius.com/map.